Hey, good morning, everybody. Lambert Landry. I'm the Chief Revenue Officer here at 10X Detail Media. I'm joined by my business partner and the CEO, David Weber. And we're really fortunate this morning. We have Tommy Coker with Extreme Reflections out of Fort St. Lucie, Florida. He's one of our newer clients, and he's newer to even the ceramic coating business. And we really enjoyed working with him so far. And we thought he'd give you, our clients and prospects looking into partnering with 10X Detail Media, kind of a good understanding what it's like coming aboard with our company, especially when you're new to the industry, and what are some of the value that partnering with 10X Detail Media adds. Tommy, hey man, you've been with us just a few weeks now.
Yep.
Explain to the people who are watching these videos, right, some of the challenges that you had, in marketing your business, your ceramic coating business, prior to partnering with David and I at 10X Detail Media.
Yeah, man. So before I really signed up and partnered with you guys, I was trying to do a lot of just Facebook ads myself, which were getting a bit expensive. A lot of people clicking, nobody really interested. And you kind of know that if you just click, it's going to cost you money. So it's going to continue to increase your daily budget, and you're going to start losing what you're really trying to gain out of it. So when I reached out to you guys, what I loved so much about it was the clicks that you did get, the leads that you did get, these people are qualified. They know what it is they're clicking. It's not, I'm not getting somebody who needs their paint or their rims powder coated. I'm getting somebody who knows they're looking for a ceramic coating on their car, which was great for me.
Mm-hmm.
So that was just a big plus. And like you said, it was a big step for me. I came from an automotive industry, but I took a very big step from coming from behind a desk to go out into the field to make this kind of change. So it was scary, but you guys kind of put a lot of things at ease for me. This program kind of took over things that I knew, but didn't have the time to kind of really just bring it all together. I mean, it's really tough to try to get a CRM going. And especially when something like yours, it's just automated and it does everything for you. That has just been like an absolute game changer for me.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, you use a term that I think is really appropriate because a lot of folks that are in your position, whether they're 5 months into the business, 2 years into the business, you use the term, hey, it's a little scary. Yeah, it
Oh
can be
yeah.
a little concerning. So tell us a little bit about like some of your initial concerns, before signing on. Like, what were you a little bit, afraid of, having 10X Detail doing your strategy?
I gotta tell you, I was more afraid of just taking the leap of faith in
Yeah.
myself than I was putting my faith in you guys. That
Yeah.
may sound shocking. I don't know. The conversations that Lambert that you and I first had,
Yeah.
um, you know, I, we really just talked and we just kind of clicked. Like you saw where I was going, what I was trying to get,
Yeah.
what step I was trying to take. And more than anything, I mean, you and Dave just kind of put me at ease. Like I believe in you.
Oh, that's great, man.
What we did talk about, what you showed me, I said, okay, I think these guys really, they have it together. You were the first call. You were the first
Mhm.
people I spoke to. I
Mhm.
felt that good and that confident with you guys that, I mean, Lambert, I signed up that moment on the phone with you,
Yeah.
the very first phone call.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, hey, it's what we talk about all the time. It's you got to do it in one phone call.
Yeah.
Don't let them go. Don't let them go.
Nope.
No. So, hey, let's talk a little bit about the onboarding process then. So, like, you had this,
Okay.
you had this phone call. We had one phone call. The chemistry was there. We decided to partner together, and then we brought you on board. Tell us a
hmm
little bit about what that onboarding process was like. Was it easy? Was it hard? What was it like?
The onboarding process was pretty simple. And I liked the most about it is that Lambert, you were pretty great about it. You knew that this was a fresh business.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have a lot of disposable income. I had
Mm-hmm.
just stepped out of a 13-year career to change
Yeah.
something. I said, listen, man, I don't have a lot of money to invest into some
Mm-hmm.
large, massive startup. I'm just getting my feet wet here. And you were great, man. You worked with me. You helped me out. We figured out a budget and a plan that was going to work best for the both of us, and
Yeah.
you guys really did a lot for me, and I couldn't be more grateful for that.
Oh,
It's
that's awesome,
because of
man.
you that we're really getting the ball going, and I think you guys really went above and beyond what I expected and what you really promised.
Yeah, I think, I always tell people, in my experience, it's like, the way that you come across is really important, when you're dealing with any business
Mm-hmm.
owner, because not every client's a good client. I mean, we turn down business,
True.
David and I, because we don't feel like the chemistry is there with some folks. But, when I see somebody who like has that dream of doing something better for themselves, that they're making that big switch in life, like I want to find a way to say yes to them. You know what I mean? And I'm willing
Yep.
to work with them to get there. And David's
I love
on
it.
board with that. So you have one of the great, like I always get like these little gem stories of like, our clients and their first lead or their first sale, and yours is probably one of the best. So why don't
Oh
you,
yeah, I
why
forgot
don't
about
you,
that.
why
I
don't you,
forgot about that too.
why don't you share for everyone, right? Like the
Hmm.
story of how you came across your first lead, your first sale.
Okay, so this was after the onboarding process. This was after Lambert and I had really discussed some things, and you know, Dave came in and he was getting everything set up, and so he and I were doing a lot of conversing back and forth, and we're talking about the website and what the website's page is going to be, and what's the
Yep.
address and all this. So, anyways, so once we confirmed all of that, took it upon myself, and I was just curious, what is this going to look like? So I was sitting on my couch, and I went on my phone, and I went to the website, and I pulled it up, and there it was. Boom! I said, "Wow, man, this is great. This is a beautiful landing page. It kind of walks you through the steps. It's like this is awesome." At the same time, I was still setting up my Facebook page because I was John Deere green, son. No
I
customers.
love it.
This was just, I'm knocking on doors, shaking hands, saying, "Hey, let me wash your car."
Yeah.
And so I just took the website and I put it on my Facebook page, not
Perfect.
thinking it was active or anything like that. And lo and behold, sure enough, I've got some Facebook ads running. I got a guy who sends me a message, who then calls me, and I didn't know I was getting any leads. I'd never even logged
We
into
hadn't even
CRM.
ran an ad yet up until that point.
No, I hadn't.
There's no
You guys
ad.
hadn't ran an ad, nothing. He just saw my name or something through Facebook, clicked on my Facebook page, clicks on the website. Oh, I like your site. And the next thing I know, Dave's calling me saying, "Hey, man, do you have a lead?" I said, "A lead in what?" He's like, "You have a lead in your 10x CRM." I said, "No." So he gives me, we get the login. I go into there, I see it, and I see this guy and this Cadillac that he has. It's a brand new Cadillac, beautiful blue color. And I call him, and sure enough, and you guys can listen to the call. And sure enough, he said that the website was such a beautiful website and informative that is why he went ahead and put his information in for me to call. But it was amazing to see this thing was working, and I hadn't even done anything yet. We just had a couple conversations, and it's already going. Which then, of course, after I set the appointment, give the guy the quote, I show up there, I do the job. I then end up getting another car that just got sitting in the driveway, and it just
So you
kind of
got two
snowballed
cars
from there.
out of that one job.
That was my first job, and we weren't even active yet. We weren't.
That's amazing, dude. That's amazing. So you so the system called you, and then you were like, probably confused about how the system was calling you, and you connected to the lead, right? It was probably a little awkward at first because a lot of people.
It was a little stumbling. I didn't know what it was. I had this number calling me.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until Dave, when you reached out and you said, "Hey, man, you have a lead. This is what it's doing," because we hadn't even gotten there.
Right. We didn't get there yet. Right.
We were just setting everything up, and I was blown away by it. And I will promise you, from that point, every ounce of my faith was in you guys, that I knew that this was going to work. It was going to happen.
You were ready to get that 10X detail tattoo after that, right? Like right across the chest,
Yeah, something like that. Except instead of saying Thug Life, it just says 10X. You know what I mean?
10X life.
Cover up the Thug Life.
Yeah.
So, I think it's interesting, like when you look at the value add, because like, there's other companies out there that do marketing, Facebook, Instagram marketing. But
Yeah.
talk to us a little bit about what is it like to have someone that's doing the marketing for you, like David, who's actually had, Ceramic Kings, a successful ceramic coating business. Like, do you see any value in having somebody that's doing your marketing, but actually knows your industry as well?
Yeah, I do see the value in there. Because Dave and I, we've actually spoke a few times about this. I don't really know a whole lot about marketing. I'm a sales guy. I've come from a sales background. So to have somebody who not only knows the sale of what you're pitching and what you're selling, but they know how to get that sale for you and that customer to talk to was huge for me. I really didn't know what I was doing. I've sold cars. I've never sold ceramics, so it's a little different. But Dave kind of has an idea. He knows how the market works. He knows what AdWords, how to put these whole videos and everything together, and how to target a certain audience that I just don't know. I mean, I was like anybody else. If I'm going to put a Facebook ad together, I'm going to put my city in there, couple words that they're gonna, that I think is gonna link to them, and hope and pray that it's just gonna work out for me.
Yeah.
If it works, great. If it doesn't, okay, I'll try something different. But that's just a lot of wasted money. So to have somebody like Dave who knows the market, he knows what the customers are looking for. He knows how to reach that customer. That's, I mean, how can you really put a price on that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm glad you brought that up. I appreciate that, Tom. It's good, very good feedback. So
yeah, man.
Let me ask you a question. Let's talk about like Lambert for a little bit. So Lambert's in charge of business development, and so has an extensive sales background. Have you found it beneficial for your own sales process? Working with Lambert, him critiquing the process and going about that. Let's just like touch on that for a minute.
So yeah, that as a matter of fact, I have. I was going to say something about this because he always has a little way to push you, which drives me nuts. But yeah. I do like it because everybody needs that little bit of guidance, that little bit of push. So like I said, this was a different sale. This was, how do you close somebody? How do you get somebody's information simply based off of text? That is very hard. There's no tone, there's no fluctuation of their voice. You can't get a read off somebody. I mean, it is words on a screen and nothing more. That is very, very difficult to be able to do. And Lambert's kind of figured it out. He has been able to put together this like roadmap of success on these pitches and these closes that I'm not going to lie to you. I thought when he was first saying it over, what can he honestly teach me? I've been closing people for 13 years.
Right.
Not even going to lie. But if you go and you look at them, boy, did I stumble. I mean, I couldn't pick one foot up in front of the other. I didn't know what to do, where to go. And I said, man, it's been a long time since I've done this. I've always done a face-to-face close. I've never had to close anybody over the phone, over a text, over a Facebook message. That's hard. And Lambert's figured it out. Like, I don't know how he's done it, but he has figured it out. And everything that he sent me is, and you guys can even see this, if you go into there, you can start seeing where I wasn't getting the information that I needed to now I'm starting to get it. As Lambert says, the little takeaway, you ask them for information and you shut up, you leave them alone.
Yeah.
They will come to you. And if they don't, they're not a real customer.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's huge. That's huge, the sales part of it. So go ahead.
You asked me how I got there, Tommy. I had to follow my face quite a bit too to get there. You know what I mean? That's if you're not willing to get out of your comfort zone, you'll never get there.
Yeah.
No, you really won't.
It's honestly like the hardest part. It's like, we can create the Facebook, Google ads, a perfect landing page, a great CRM. It's automated, does everything for you. And at the end of the day, what is actually going to get you that paycheck? It's like you have to be able to close them on the phone. You can't always go out to, I know you said before, like going out there, I do the same thing. I'll go out there. If I'm going out to the client, like I'm getting the paycheck and I'm getting the job. Right. Yeah. But sometimes
you can't always do that.
You can't always do it. So that's where, Lambert comes in with his expertise on the phone and teaches you the flow of that process directly for ceramic coating business and to close them. We don't close every single one, but man, it sure does bump up the close percentage rate. So
yeah,
well,
absolutely.
Let me ask you, just for my own personal benefit. So if you were speaking to somebody about 10X, maybe somebody else out there that's watching this and they're on the fence about coming on with 10X, what would you say to them? What would you say to them exactly about coming on 10X?
I mean, that's easy. I tell them it's a no-brainer. These guys, you know what? They genuinely care. They genuinely want you to actually be successful. Because when you're successful, they're successful. And I gotta say, I mean, I was pleasantly shocked. It was a really, really good feeling to know that, hey, when things aren't working, it's not just me sitting there twiddling my thumbs wondering. I mean, we all get on the phone together and we try to figure this out. Yep. Okay, what do we need to do? I mean, you genuinely do care about your customers and what they're doing and how successful they're being. So, I mean, again, I couldn't thank you guys enough. You will not make a mistake and you will not regret signing up with 10X Media.
Oh man, that's awesome. I really appreciate that.
I appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that.
Yeah, man.
And if they pass on an opportunity to come with 10X, what would you say to them?
Sucks to suck.
Okay. Awesome. So just to kind of hit on another note, so I know it's just kind of the beginning of it and everything, but has it paid off for you so far? And then kind of where do you see it going in the future?
So far, yeah, it has paid off for me. We're still figuring out this market in my area a little bit, but I do see it growing substantially. I do see a very long, successful relationship between myself and you guys. Absolutely, yeah.
Same here.
Big fan. Yeah.
Same here. Appreciate that. Lambert, do you have anything else you want to add on there?
No, man. I guess there is one thing I just wanted to kind of touch on because, we've got like the Slack channel where, we've got all of our partners that we're in and that we talk to and stuff like that. So like, would you say, I mean, Tommy, would you describe 10X as just a marketing company or would you describe us like as something much more? And if so, like, what would you describe?
No, yeah, you guys aren't just a marketing company. I mean, you're almost like a business in a box.
I like that.
That's
great.
Yeah, I mean,
you steal that tagline right there, a business in a box.
Yeah.
Can I make that the ad tagline?
Because in all honesty, I mean, that's what it is. It's, I used to say to customers, in my office, it's a roof to road coverage. That's exactly what you guys are. You're roof to road. You put the landing pages together. You build the CRMs. You run the drip campaigns, the email campaigns, the text. How can you honestly put a price on something like that? I mean, if a company like that can generate $10, $15, $20, $30,000 or more a month in just customers coming in on a budget that works, how can you put a price on that? I mean, you can literally change someone's entire life and entire business in a matter of, days and weeks. I've seen it. I've watched you do it to other customers. I'm in that Snapchat that we have, that group or Slack or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
But I watch it happen and it pisses me off, but it's also, you get excited to see that it does work, man. You see these guys that are closing $10,000+ a week in business, their first week. Like, what? Okay. What are you doing? Okay. What are you guys doing on his? I want that. Bring that over here. But again, when you sign up with 10X Detail Media, you're getting so much more than just some marketing consultants. It's everything, man. I mean, a business in a box, and it's automated. Come on, man.
Great,
like,
man.
I like that.
Completely automated. So you mean to tell me all I got to do is let you guys kind of take over? You do everything and just pump leads my way and everything else is taken care of. I mean, if I want to send a quote, boom, it's gone. If I want to set up an email campaign, already taken care of. I mean, somebody puts in a quote, my phone's just going to ring. I don't have to go into my computer and find out who it is and what they have going on. It's just going to pop it over to my phone, and my phone's going to ring. And all I got to do is say, hi, this is Tommy. Like, I get, how can you put a price on something like that? I mean, it's an absolute game changer.
That's awesome, man. Well, hey, man, we really appreciate you, Tommy. I mean, we love the interaction. We love having you as a partner, and you know, we are absolutely invested in seeing you do some really great things, man. We want to be a part of your growth, and we're looking really forward to this great partnership that we have with you.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you guys, man. Couldn't thank you enough.
Hey, we'll let you go because I'm sure you got some leads that you got to take care of and go knock down.
Yep, sure do. Got a phone full of them.
All right, man. You take it easy, buddy.
Thanks, guys. You too.